Leanne Battersby in Coronation Street is doing all that she can to protect Simon Barlow from drug lord Harvey, but little does she know the horror that will face her in upcoming episodes. As Harvey instructs Leanne to deal more drugs, things take a dark turn when Leanne causes a death. After a police officer knocks on the car window, Leanne breathes a sigh of relief when the officer explains there's been a spate of car thefts. Back at home, she stashes her burner phone and nurse's uniform before telling Harvey she wants out, but Harvey tells her she's a success and wants to move her onto bigger deals. Later, Harvey drops off more drugs with Leanne and orders her to put on her nurse's uniform and get out there, leaving Leanne feeling totally trapped. Having made the drop, Leanne heads home in her nurse's uniform. However, when a woman approaches and asks her to help a man who's collapsed at the tram station, Leanne is horrified. If Leanne's drug dealing has caused a death, how will that impact her? Will she continue to deal drugs for Harvey after this horrific event? Nick Tilsley in Coronation Street is waiting patiently for Leanne Battersby to be ready to resume their relationship, but little does he know Leanne and Simon Barlow are currently involved in a terrifying drugs ordeal with Harvey. Nick has tried to show Leanne how much he still cares about her, but she is failing to let him in, no doubt fearing if Nick found out about Harvey, things would get so much worse. As Nick continues to worry about Leanne, it remains to be seen just whether he will learn everything about her business with Harvey. Elsewhere, there's a close bond forming between Nick and Sam since he separated from Leanne, but as Ben Price revealed, if his character found out about Harvey, he could be forced to choose between Leanne and his son. Nick doesn't really know what he's dealing with right now, but he's there, like he always is for his mom and for David. That's Nick's character. Peter runs away from a situation, David fights against a situation, whereas I think Nick just digs in. He's here, he knows it's going to get really messy, but he'll stick by her, stand there and fight and do whatever needs to be done. He wants to give Leanne stability, but I think he's going to find it difficult with Simon, especially now he's got his own son. I hope he doesn't have to make a choice. Throughout Leanne's time grieving for Oliver, she's put more and more distance between her and Nick, but no one has ever really stopped and asked Nick how he's coping with the situation. So Ben explained what he thinks. I think he's confused, but he understands the trauma of losing Oliver. She's hurting and it's a very difficult time. He wants to help her, he loves her, but at the end of the day he accepts she needs space, and he can't dictate how long it takes for Leanne to come to terms with her grief. She just needs to know he loves her and he's there for her. I think it's more interesting that Nick doesn't react like you may expect. He is gutted, but I think he understands.